Why is it that the food that's good for us often tastes bad and the food that's really yummy is downright unhealthy? The holy grail for us is to find food that's good as well as tasty. That is going to be my quest on Guilt Free the next few weeks with my hand-picked guests. We're going to make you pies with oatmeal, mayonnaise without oil, and desserts without the cream. Today my guest for the day is Seema Jindal Jijodia. She's someone who runs a brand called Nourish Organics, and I think she's going to tell us what it's like to live naturally. If you're a health food devotee, this store could well be your shrine. Health bars that are power-packed, cookies high in fiber, cereals that are brimming with antioxidants. No preservatives, no artificial flavors, and no coloring. Just plain and simple, naturally produced foods. The owner, Seema Jindal Jijodia, infuses flavors that take you to the past. Anjeer, dates, cloves, and my very favourite anise. According to me, that's reason enough to get her behind the kitchen table. Seema, I'm very tempted to call you a serial killer.
Sure.
Not the serial killer that everybody knows of, but you've experimented with different types of cereals, gone the whole wheat way, gone the natural way, and you've come up on top.
You know, Seema, I just love food. So when I was told wheat is unhealthy and I should avoid this grain and that grain, I said, what do I do now? So I had to just reinvent, tweak things around and find ways to avoid sugar and avoid wheat and create really tasty, yummy recipes which would satisfy me, but yet, be pretty traditional and close to what I'm used to eating.
But you've actually converted your love for food into a business with your products. So therefore you must have had to learn about the physics and the chemistry about khana.
It took me a long time to do that. Lot of experimenting, lot of failures. I was able to actually finally come up with the recipes, the right recipes for my products.
But today what we're doing, we got hold of you not to do Nourish Organic products, but to do Nourish Natural products.
Yes.
Shoot.
Seema, today I'm going to make for you a sugar-free sandesh.
I'm all appetite, as they say.
Yeah. So the whole idea about my kind of cooking is not using any artificial stuff. All using pure ingredients. So if we even have pure, like I have home cow's milk. The paneer, everything is all home done.
It just tastes different.
I use only double cream. I use homemade butter.
Only double cream on Guilt Free.
And
That's fun.
But I use very little of the double cream and very little of the homemade butter also.
Okay.
But it adds that full flavor, and I think fat in the right amounts and the right quantities is very good for you. So Seema, I take a dash of butter in a non-stick pan.
That's negligible.
It's totally negligible. But the flavor it gives is brilliant.
Okay.
So you need that. And I then add the orange juice to it. So my pan is nice and hot. And then I like to put these whole pieces of cinnamon, 2 cardamom cloves, then a few black peppers. Now I'm going to add the green apple to my hot juice and let this stew. And this is about 1 apple, very thinly sliced. So we're going to let it stew just for about 5-7 minutes. Till then, I'm going to prepare the sandesh. So what I did was I have taken some paneer, some cottage cheese. Then I have taken some full-fat cream. So I've taken 1 tablespoon. And what I added instead of sugar is this lovely stevia sugar substitute. Okay. So I add 2 teaspoons of that.
Stevia is of course plant-based.
It's
so
totally
supposed to be healthier than...
Very healthy. It doesn't have all the negative effects of sugar.
Right.
And then we have mashed it up.
Now what about the aftertaste?
There's no aftertaste.
No? And especially when you
and I think seeing the health benefits of stevia, I've given up on the aftertaste.
Yeah. You've got used to it.
There is some, price to pay.
Yeah.
So Seema, come and see. The apple is nicely cooked. And we don't want to go any more softer.
And it's smelling lovely.
Yeah, so we'll leave the pan open because we want the orange juice to evaporate, Yeah.
So just let it be.
Just let it be. After maybe 5 minutes, we'll just fish out all the spices. So this is done. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the paneer, which has been mashed with the bit of cream and the stevia. I'm going to just put it on top of plastic sheet or a foil paper. And I'm just flattening it out.
Okay.
Almost of the size of the baking dish that I'm going to use.
And shall I take out the cloves and all meanwhile?
So please, can you do that for me, Seema? So you got it all out. And now is the time to add the chopped strawberries.
Look at the color.
I think it's very important to enjoy when you're cooking.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we are going to turn this whole thing into this pan that I'm going to bake in. And now the trick is to turn this sandesh onto this pan. So all I'm going to do is that and flip it over.
Whoops, there it goes.
And then I'm going to top it up with some slivers of almonds.
As the strawberries descend, I see how texture and color can be crucial indicators of wholesomeness and freshness. So we preheated the oven from before.
Perfect, Seema.
All we need to do is just bung it in now. Sugar-free sandesh. You'll get all these recipes and more on our website www.ndtvcooks.com. Do log on.